What is up, guys? Today we are doing a used car review on the Hummer H2. This is the 2004 Hummer H2. I think it's the best Hummer that Hummer has created. So a little bit of the details on this 2004 Hummer H2. It is currently sitting on 124,781 miles. It has a 6.0 V8, a very big V8, and it does drink gas. Not even drink, it guzzles gas, basically. This one is straight pipe. It is very loud. When I got this, everything was working. It was very well taken care of. It had a whole book of maintenance records on it. From what I've seen is, because I bought this from a female, I've seen that a lot of the drivers of these are females for some reason. But it was very well taken care of. The only thing that I had as a problem was the driver's side heat was not working. Let's go ahead with the interior. So while I was driving this, I've been driving this for like a week now, and there's just a lot that rattles in this interior. It is due to, I believe, the interior is just very bulky. I think that bulkiness that they tried to do with it, for no apparent reason that I can see of, aside from making it look more muscular, more big. Everything is just big. These air vents are big. This gear lever, this gear selector is big. Everything, this is just oversized. It's just, they try to make it where it's very, very muscular, very, very brawny. I've been in a H2 before, but this, I couldn't remember how the interior was on it, but I remember that it was just so huge. This truck would just, well, just so you know, there's also a truck version. This one is the SUV version. There's a truck version of this. This SUV version, you can have two where it has a seat on the back, where it's like a six seat, so 6-seater, or this one which is a 5-seater, and then it has the spare tire on the back, or the truck version, which apparently keeps its value more than the SUV version. So this one, it has leather seats, it has heated seats, electric foldable side mirrors, a lot of bells and whistles for the time that this was created. And the speakers on this one is, yeah, it does have Bose speakers. Yeah, so I mean, they don't sound that good. I guess Bose wasn't really that good at the time, but it does have Bose speakers. And right now it has an aftermarket stereo system. So moving on to the back, I mean, you'll continue to see the leather seats, the big air vents, the doors that are also unnecessarily big. But aside from that, there's nothing really that special about this Hummer H2, especially being the luxury version of it. I wasn't really expecting that much, because I was thinking it would be more of a Humvee type, or I didn't think that it would depart as much from the H1. I wasn't really expecting much, but there's a lot more to this. It's very comfortable though, but while sitting, not while driving. But once you get to the very back, you'll find additional 12-volt car plugs, so you can plug in whatever you need to charge, or if you're gonna go off-roading or whatnot, or tailgating or whatnot, whatever you need, you can plug extra stuff back there, or whatever you need electricity for. It does have a tow attachment on it, so you can probably pull a lot with this, especially it being a 6-liter V8. It's a very strong engine. It has a lot of torque to it, but it's not that fast, because it's also a very heavy vehicle. So let's go ahead, drive it again. Let's go for a drive and see how this fares well during the winter. So the exterior on this, I actually like the look of it. I like it more if it was black. Yeah, that would be cool. I wish it was a diesel engine, but aside from that, it looks good. Probably put some lights on it. But on the exterior and on the interior, you'll see a lot that it just screams Hummer H2 to you. Everything just has Hummer H2. You wouldn't forget that you're driving a Hummer H2 just because of how many badges and stickers it has telling you it's a Hummer and it's an H2. But I guess that's the point of the vehicle, right? It's just to make a statement. Now driving on 4 high, nothing else. I didn't really lock the 4-wheel drive system. You know, see how it is. I have big 315s on this tires. Not sure if they are snow tires, but they look more like off-roading tires. Well, not as much off-roading actually. It looks more like a compromise between snow tires, off-roading tires. But from what I know, these are Nokians, so they might be snow tires. I don't know. I didn't really check the markings on it. So yeah, sorry if it's very loud, the exhaust at least, just because it is straight pipe. So that does make this very loud, especially when you rev it. I'm not even going high in the revs right now. I'm only like at 1500 and it's already very loud. Whenever I would rev it up, it would just scream at you. Alright, driving on this icy snow road now, going up a hill. That's not bad. One thing that I kind of expected with it being big is that it would be comfy, you know. I thought this had air suspension. I never really checked. I expect that this luxury off-roader, well, I don't know if you can still consider it luxury right now, but by today's standards, but at the time, 2004, this is considered a luxury off-roader. Probably was expensive too. I would have expected it to be a lot more comfortable than this. I mean, the seats are nice. They're soft and all, being leather and very bulky. But I don't see it. I just don't feel it on the suspension. The ride is not hard, but it is hard. It's just everything that happens, you feel it. I don't really hear as much from outside, maybe because the exhaust is so loud. But there's a lot of rattling going around, a lot of wind noises that I can hear. So yeah, as far as comfort, it's not really that great. And also another drawback to this, you know, during the winter is because it's very heavy, it has a lot of momentum to it. And having a lot of momentum, you know, it doesn't really help you stop. If anything, it just makes you slide more, especially on ice. So that's a minus. Maybe in some circumstances that would help, being heavy, like staying on the ground if you're off-roading, not really lifting up that much. I don't know. But there's lighter vehicles that can do that better, like, you know, the Jeep Wranglers, Gladiator. You know, I've never really driven one, but maybe the Gladiator will outperform this. One thing that I can tell you right now is that yes, this is a very big vehicle, but the visibility is just ridiculously crazy small. There's not a lot that you can see out of this. I mean, I can see enough. I don't really have complaints about small windshields because it's a very wide windshield, but it's not big. It's just so small. The windows are so small. I don't know how this benefits from that. Especially being off-roader, you'd want to see more of the outside. One, because you're exploring, and two, because I mean, how are you gonna see where you're going? We're coming to the point where this is just a very confused vehicle. Like, you don't know what it's doing. That also results in the Hummer H3, you know, being such a weird vehicle. Like, it's not even H1 anymore. It's far from a Humvee. It's only close to how it looks. it's a compromise between the H1 and the H3. It's not really that far from the H1, but it's not as crazy useless as the H3. But at the same time, I wouldn't really get it for myself. You know, turning, moving around, driving. Even though I feel the suspension a lot, I feel disconnected to the road. It doesn't really feel like you know what the truck is doing. And that's not really a good thing, especially for an off-roader, and especially for driving in the winter. In conclusion, 124,000 miles, Hummer H2, right? 2004. Would I buy this for myself or not? As I've said before, oh well. Would I buy the H1? Not either. Would I buy the H3? No. But out of the three, I would buy this one. And if I can choose between this and the EV, I would choose the EV. Even though I haven't driven it, the fact that it's electric, and although it departs from what the Hummer or the Humvee is supposed to be, that's just the future of it. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you think about these used car reviews.